After entering the festering hive near the outskirts of the town of Tristram and surfacing for some much needed clean air, we happen upon a curiosity. Just south of Adria the Witch's shack and north of the nest stands a lone little girl. She cannot even be the paltry 10 years of the young rapscallion known as Wirt, except we've never even heard of this girl before, nor seen her about town. And yet, here she stands, out in the wilds, wearing a blue dress, a bonnet atop her head, eyes looking to be almost brimming with tears. We ask her, what is her name? And more importantly, what is she doing alone in the dangerous woods? It's then she introduces herself simply as Celia, before pleading,
I lost Theo. I lost my best friend. We were playing over by the river, and Theo said he wanted to go look at the big green thing. I said we shouldn't, but we snuck over there. And then suddenly a bug came out. We ran away, but Theo fell down, and the bug grabbed him and took him away.
This does not bode well. The new arrival, Celia, has lost her friend Theo playing by the river. Is he too a young boy we have yet to meet? And if this bug had grabbed him when he fell down, it sounds like he was dragged to the nest of the denizens who infest the hive below. Axe in hand and ready to cleave through the entire hellish hive to find the boy, we enter the nest once more. Inside, our frantic search begins. We gingerly open the fleshy pods about the hive as they seem to store items that the residents have pilfered during their topside escapades, and most of the items seem unmolested, and hopefully we can say the same for Theo, but his chances are not good. Now, as an aside, I've been getting a lot of comments during the Hellfire playthrough with concerns that Hellfire's setting and enemies especially don't seem to amply fit within the Diablo universe or lore. And while I personally agree, it was in a recent comment from Daniel Zawacki that further delved into why this is, and I thought that I would share it as it's very poignant, which reads, Hellfire is a third-party expansion, but was also an attempt to bring a Lovecraftian element into the Diablo universe. The Hive area was populated with beasts that were supposed to be eldritch and otherworldly, and the crypt itself is full of cult-like references, and its boss is supposed to be some super ancient otherworldly demon, but I won't ruin the surprise till the end. And while I don't think Sierra kept in line with Blizzard South's original vision, it is interesting that they attempted to keep the horror vibe intact, but went for, better or worse, in a direction that's not really congruent with the vanilla Diablo's gothic horror setting. It's on the third level of the Hive. By the entrance to a large cavern and pools of acid, we're besieged by a pack of ballish oddities named Hork Spawn. More a nuisance than anything, we're disgusted by these bizarre bouncing babies, hacking them in twain and wondering what the hell keeps spawning these things. However, with all our searching, we're no closer to finding the errant boy Theo. Somewhat sullenly, we resurface to bear the bad news to young Celia, but she entreats.
Did you find him? You gotta find Theodore, please. He's just little. He can't take care of himself. Please.
We know we cannot leave the child to his fate, alive or otherwise. And resolve renewed, we head deep into the nasty nest once more. Again, entering the large cavern, we begin our search, checking pods in case humans are somehow bound to them, desperate for any lead. Annoyingly though, another Hawkspawn comes bouncing along. We dutifully put aside our axe and punch the menace square in its maniacal mouth as it explodes in a fanfare of foul flesh. Exasperated that we can get no reprieve, we move north and contend with another Hawkspawn and Venom Tail when, oh sweet Akarat's aunt. That's what's been spawning these nasty creatures, a freaking Hork Demon. It stands 10 feet tall, a cacophony of flesh, bone and nothing else good piled in a mound. As we fell the Necro Orb blasting its unending magicka at us, the Hork Demon is content to birth a gaggle of new spawn to antagonize us with. We immediately regret punching that baby, as we're now surrounded by pulsing prunes of meat. Destroying the last of the demon spawn grants us no respite. Then we're forced to face the big daddy itself, or mama, whatever it is. It ain't good. The demon decides spawning time is over, flailing wildly at us as we fervently swing our axe, cutting clean through mounds of messy muscle and sinew. It's not long that the Hork Demon is dead in a heap, and we see amidst the gore, what's this? A teddy bear named Theodore. Whoa. We scoop up the gooey bear and trudge back to Celia. In disbelief, we risked our neck for a plushy bear, and she excitedly states,
You found him, thank you. Oh Theo, did those nasty bugs scare you? Hey! Ugh! There's something stuck in your fur. Ick! Come on, Theo, let's go home. Thanks again, hero person.
With that, Celia's search is finished, and she gifts us with a random high-level amulet, which is capable of spawning with any mods any amulet in the game can have, and it's equivalent to finding an amulet in the deepest levels of hell. With plus 22 to vitality, it's well worth having. Though it should be noted the quest Little Girl and Celia herself are actually inaccessible in Diablo Hellfire's expansion, and only added via editing the command text of the game, and since there's no extra reward, it's purely a stylistic choice if you choose to enable it or not. If you do enjoy the teddy bear rescue element of things and want to help a pixely little girl, then run with it. If not, the Hork Demon will still spawn randomly on level 3 just without a quest attached, but you can take your amulet directly from the Hork Demon's body itself.